Welcome back to Mock the Mock, where we take a look at someone else's mock draft. And I'm mocking, giving you my views, thoughts, and opinions. We're looking at Bengals today because it's got a lot of different looking things in it. We'll just say that. But what's crack-lacking? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave that thumbs up if you enjoy the content. As always, let me know what you think in the comment section below. And check out the Patreon if you want to see my full rankings, big board if you want to see team-specific mock drafts, stuff like that. Speaking of which, I got a 7-round mock draft. That's right, I did 7 rounds of a mock draft. Let me tell you, after doing 7 rounds of a mock draft and making the overlays for it and all that, you're tired. You just kind of stay away from the draft. It's deep. It's dark. But I'm out of that now. Let's go ahead. Let's get into this. All right. So Bengal, he goes Evan Neal with his first pick. I've talked about how this could be an option. Rather than like Aiden Hutchinson, Kayvon Thibodeau. How Evan Neal, he's close to on that tier with those guys in terms of being first overall. I think if I'm the Jags, I'm still leaning to the edge position just because you got Smoot, he's fine. You got Josh Allen, he's been all right. But Clayvon Chazon, utter bust at this point. You could probably, and Smoot's a guy you could even move inside on the line. He's probably good as a rotation guy, best utilized as such. He's kind of an overachiever, if we're being honest. So I would probably lean that rather than taking like an Evan Neal that, okay, who's that replace exactly? Are you replacing Jawan Taylor? That might be believable. Because Cam Robinson, he's on the franchise tag. Well, he's now going to be off the franchise tag. He's likely a free agent. But Walker Little, he's at least looked pretty decent. And Jawan Taylor, I think you've seen, well, at least you've seen more in him than you've seen in Chason. So, I don't know. I think you can make a case one way or another. Let's see if I can make this a little bigger. Whoops, cancel that. All right. There we go. All right, so I'm assuming he goes Aiden Hutchinson because the Detroit boy going back to Michigan makes a ton of sense. No, he goes with KT. I believe he was talking about how Aiden Hutchinson, how he just didn't look good against Georgia. And man, I swear some of y'all either have seen maybe that one clip on Twitter where it's Aiden Hutchinson going one-on-one with Sawyer and he got bodied. And it's like, dude, that wasn't even the whole game, man. Like, Georgia did a phenomenal job of game planning. At least, I think, yeah, good job of game planning, both the run game and the pass game, because they had, for the most part, a lot of quick passes to kind of neutralize the effectiveness of any pressure given, because we saw Ajabo, when he was on the field, he was winning against Sawyer. Like, you go check out those highlights. But the thing was, he wasn't on the field a ton because they were running the football a lot, and typically they were running opposite of Aiden Hutchinson. And it's like, the dude was winning against Sawyer. Just we happened to see that one rep. But yeah, they honestly, Georgia, they kind of game planned around him like how Utah game planned around KT twice. So I don't know what people are trying to get at with like, oh, he didn't look good against Georgia. Well, KT didn't look good against Utah twice, if you're going to go by that standard. And it was just two teams that effectively game planned around these behemoths. So Oh, I guess that's neither here or there. I'm just venting to the world. I assume Aiden Hutchinson goes to the Texans. Yes, very nice, very nice. I did already watch this, but as we get further along, I'll forget who he picks here and there. Like I got some picks just locked up in here, but others I forget quite quickly. We got Ikem Ekwonu. Let's actually go ahead and go over the next one because I think this next one is Charles Cross. Correct? I hate doing video mock drafts, dude. Let me tell you. They're just so hard to. So we got Charles Cross and then Ikem Ekwonu. In my opinion, I think like they're better fits vice versa. Like, I think Charles Cross would be a wonderful fit on LaFleur's kind of like wide zone blocking scheme. But again, I mean, sometimes coaches, GMs, they have kind of like different, they imagine these guys in their system in different ways than we actually do. So, you know, I'm not going to fault it, especially if they have a chem higher than Charles. Why am I not saying Icky, dude? The dude's got the sick nickname. I gotta use it. So yeah, if they see Icky, if they have Icky higher on their board than Cross, then yeah, go ahead and go for it. So obviously for the Giants offensive line, you gotta go offensive line, especially if you're gonna end up sticking around with quarterback. If you're not sold on any of the quarterbacks in this class, take one at 5. Then yeah, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna grab top offensive lineman on the board. All right, let's keep this train rolling, see what he does with the Panthers. Kenny Pickett. That's good mocha. I actually might need to put a little more coffee in there. I think I put too much cream. All right, so Kenny Pickett, this is, for me, I don't know if I'm willing to take Kenny Pickett in the top 10. Or maybe the top 8, I don't know. Like, I'm going to be honest, I'd rather take Sam Howell. The guy's got an incredible arm. And, like, the dude really, what is there really much to say about how, like, the guy suffered behind one of the worst offensive lines in college football. He had, outside of Josh Downs, was surrounded by a 0 playmakers. Yeah, dude, it was kind of rough. It was rough sledding for the boy, man. He looked good the prior 2 years when he did have those playmakers, when the offensive line did play a bit better. But yeah, the dude, he has an elite NFL arm. He puts a very nice touch on the balls. I hate this whole thing. Like, people will compare him to Baker. Dude, Baker coming out didn't nearly have this type of... I guess the best way to just put it is just touch, ball placement, downfield, or even on intermediate passes like Hal does. Am I saying he's a better prospect than Baker? Because Baker was a pretty darn good prospect. There's just a few things didn't get worked out in the process. But I would say Sam Howell's up there, dude. I'm a big fan of Sam Howell. I would lean Sam Howell over Kenny Pickett. I get the allure of Kenny Pickett. But, man, I just find it's so hard to be sold on Kenny Pickett for me. Knowing that you have, like, what, 3 to 4 previous seasons of just inconsistency, up and down play. And it just clicks in his final year, you know? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not there. I'm more willing to, like, I think take Kenny Pickett in the teens, but top 10 is a bit rich for my taste, let me tell you. All right, let's see what the Giants, George Karlaftis, everyone's like chalking it up here. They're saying, hey, George Karlaftis, definitely going to be a Giant. That means it's probably not going to happen. Everyone thinks it's going to happen, means it's not going to happen. Karlaftis is good, though. He's a very explosive athlete. I don't think he's a very lateral guy. not a very bendy athlete, but you don't really need to be successful in the NFL. If you could be a guy that could just like kind of like penetrate on an initial burst, then hey, dude, good. Strong hands. I'm curious about the length of them arms, but we'll find all that out as we go through the process. What do we got going with the Falcons? They go the pass rush. I said pass rush is one of their most dire needs. David Ojabo, far from a complete prospect, but a guy you could at least play on passing downs very early on. That'll eventually, hopefully, grow into this 3-down player, which, yeah, he should. Keep in mind, the guy, really the only meaningful snaps in his whole career as a football player came this season. And that was about week 6 that happened. So, yeah, Jabo, like, give this guy a little bit of time. But he could be a real stud. All right. Denver Broncos, where are we going? Quarterback. You got to imagine quarterback, right? Desmond Ridder. Man. Oh, man. Just seeing Desmond Ridder go this high makes me sick. Ugh. Now listen. I'm not being harsh on Desmond Ridder. I'm not. I'm actually starting to come around to Desmond Ridder. Come around to him as a first rounder? I don't think so, but I'm starting to come around to aspects of Desmond Ridder. I get why people like him. And I see what they think he can be. For me, it's like, and actually Bengals says it's so hard to get past the accuracy issues of Ridder. But I really think, if anything, the Senior Bowl, this is gonna be make or break for Ridder. This is where arm talent goes to thrive and just be like, if these QPs, if they have elite, above average, not average arm talent, then it's gonna show at the Senior Bowl. Like the Senior Bowl, those drills, they're meant to really separate the guys with ability. We saw that last year with Mac Jones and, I mean, technically Jamie Newman, because Jamie Newman came out the first day slinging that sucker downfield like it was nobody's business. But then what crept in? The decision making. And Mac Jones really set himself apart because we saw that, not necessarily the arm strength, but it was, well, we didn't see the arm strength, but it was that pinpoint accuracy and precision, the anticipation. It was that type of stuff. It was like, ooh, all right. So we're going to see some of that. I really think in terms of as a processor, for a guy that runs an RPO heavy scheme, when they really let this guy, kind of like just do him and just like go through your progressions, like he's not half bad. Like I talk about that Bama game where it's like, honestly, he had probably two of the most impressive throws that game, and they both ended up being drops. And they weren't first read throws either. So, like, I get it. I see there's parts of Ridder that I like. I don't know if it's, I don't know, man. I've moved him up I moved him ahead of somebody. I'll say that. Y'all could probably guess who, but yeah, no, I'm not on board at Desmond Ridder in the top 9, top 15. I can maybe see me sneaking him into my like late first round, but I don't know if I'm there yet, man. I might need the Senior Bowl for reassurance. But I'm gonna let y'all know I don't like it. I think I've just developed this bad stigma now for Desmond Ridder. I don't know, man. I think it's become now a bias. I gotta watch out for that. Which is a shame. I bet you Desmond Ridder is a great guy. Oh man. Treating him like he's my ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend, dude. Kyle Hamilton. This is good value for Kyle Hamilton. So the Jets come away with the trench guy and probably the best secondary player in the class in Kyle Hamilton. Can't imagine he falls out the top 10, man. Like, this guy's just uber talented, man. Wonderful athlete. You could play in a variety of different roles. Like, and I think seamlessly. Like, dude's good. Washington football team. You got to imagine this might be the next quarterback. Matt Corral. I'm not wild about Matt Corral. I think I was watching Nate Tice recently, and I think he said it best, because I've been, for the past maybe month or so, I've been a bit down on Matt Corral, or I've been like, hey, I've really fallen. I feel like guys like Hal, Willis, Pickett have kind of separated themselves from Hal, or Corral, the more I watch tape. And it just comes down to, is Matt Corral a product of the system? Is he just an RPO monster? These are Nate Tice's exact words. RPO monster. And he does it with the most beautiful smile. Oh. But you got to ask yourself that, because I don't think he's as accurate downfield as a guy like Hal. I'm not going to lie. I think Malik Willis, at times his ball placement is, and he's not going to have the off platform type of zip off platform arm ability of a guy like Willis. The escapability is good, but it's nothing compared to Willis. And then Kenny Pickett's just kind of this safe median, where it's well, at least Pickett does go through progressions, opposed to Corral, who's kind of this 1 to 2 read guy, So that's kind of the big question looming. I don't think he gets the Senior Bowl, so it's gonna be hard to evaluate him for the off-season draft process. That's good water. Here, let me check that to confirm that. Because we got Senior Bowl. Because you got Bailey Zapp, you got Ritter, you got Howe. Oh, they just announced the wide receivers today? Hot dog, hot diggity dog. That's how you can tell I'm a dad, when I know the hot dog song. Yeah, you got Corral, Willis, Zapp, Pickett, Ritter. Who's the other guy? Who dat? Oh, come on. Why am I blanking? And it's not showing me. Okay. QBs. Honestly, I could go to Twitter and find this way easier. I don't know why they're making it so hard on me. Oh, they're trying to show me the wide receiver. Oh, I want to look at it so bad. Honestly, this is my video. We could look at it real quick if I want to. Yeah, you know what? Let's move this over here. That's way y'all got a little bit of what I'm looking at. You know what? Let's just go to the Twitskay. So, national team, you got Alec Pierce, Shakir, Watson, Melton, Dubs, Washington. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let's see what the other... We got Gray, Austin, Tolbert. Wow, not a lot of talent at receiver in the... These are, I think the American team's got a much better receiving squad, but... I mean, none of the top guys, at least assuming... Well, Jahan Dotson, what am I saying? And I think there's a few of these guys that are going to be, pushing for day 2. All right, come on. Let's show me the QB. Carson Strong, freaking A, thank you. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, shame on me, Carson Strong. I should have known. But Washington, yeah, I don't know if they're going to be in the situation where they want to be picking the third best quarterback on the board. At that point, you might want to just cut your losses. But it's kind of hard when you're not trading back in these drafts, so, I get it. Minnesota Vikings, Derek Stingley, great value. They need it. Good on them. This one was interesting. Drake London going to... Pause. Hold up. Because I thought he may have... Let me make sure of this. Yeah, no, he sticks with Drake London. I thought Drake London, he may have went to with the Cardinals. Did he change it? I'm trying to remember if he changed it in his video. Or maybe he's going with Drake Jackson. We'll find out. But Drake London, I'm not going to lie, man. Like Nate Tice, I was listening to this cat. He loves Drake London. And I love Drake London too. But he loves Drake London. Like, he's wide receiver 1. And a lot of people are getting behind this cat. And I mean, I see why. I like the cat a lot too. With Jameson Williams going down. Which I'm still probably going to make him a top 20 prospect. I don't think the ACL injury changes that. He might be back in time for training camp, depending on how these kids come back fast nowadays from ACLs. It's no longer a typical 6 to 9 month wait, But Drake London could sneak in there. The after catch ability is amazing. The contested catch ability is amazing. He's a very smooth and fluid route runner. He doesn't get separation like guys like Garrett Wilson or Chris Olave, but he does get enough. He creates a big window. He's got a big catch radius. Catches in traffic, nothing to him. The way he can create after the catch, dude, it's something special. Like, man, oh gosh, dude, I'm talking myself into it. I'm probably going to definitely have him a lot higher. To be fair, I said to be fair, I've been drafting him a lot at the Dolphins pick. I just love it so much, and he's not going to be there. I would love for him to be at the Dolphins pick. Tyler Linderbaum going to the Baltimore Ravens is interesting. Definitely think he could succeed. I don't think that's an ideal blocking scheme for him. But, Linderbaum, man, the dude does have sick grip strength. You saw him make Tristan Wirfs look like a little girl in that wrestling clip. No, it was a lot more combative than that. I'm just being funny. But, yeah, no, I don't doubt that he could succeed there for the Ravens. Let's keep it moving. Ahmad Gardner going to the Eagles. I really feel like this changed. Because I feel like the mock draft I saw by the end of this did not look like this. We'll find out as we go. Oh, sorry, man. Allergies, I'm just getting over. I got sick after I did that 7-round mock, man. I think I got sick just because I wasn't sleeping. It's a lot of work for those suckers. Ahmad Gardner, though, Eagles, yes, take best player available. Jameson Williams, we'll talk about that in a sec. Jordan Davis for the Chargers, I get it. They sell out to stop the run. Why not get an elite run stuffer? He imposing size. I'm still concerned. Is he a 3-down guy? I don't know. We'll find out. Jameson Williams, I get that he matches a little bit. Like, he is kind of what that offense does. They're trying to get ridiculous separation. They're trying to create on the intermediate to long, a guy with like Jameson Williams, you could take advantage of that. He's just so shifty. Stop ability is I still rather the Garrett Wilson, the more complete wide receiver prospect. in that aspect, but I can see why. Like, Williams is like this. It's going to be really interesting how everyone sees this receiver class. All right, let's keep this sucker rolling. Garrett Wilson. I mean, yeah, you could go Olave, but hey, dude, like I like Wilson a lot. I think he's got better after the catch ability. I think he's a bit better at the contested catch. I wouldn't mind if he did put on a little bit of weight, and it's gonna be interesting to see what he tests out at compared to Olave. So some things to look out for, but I do like this cat a lot. So Saints do need a good receiver. Devin Lloyd, all right. So we see the first linebacker. I think Lloyd's probably the best fit for Gannon's scheme there, since they drop into zone about 70 to 75% of the time. In regards to the linebackers, that's what they expect from the linebackers. When they drop into coverage, they're doing it about 75% of the time. So you'd probably rather a guy with a freaky wingspan like Lloyd compared to Dean. So makes sense. Let's see what he does for Pittsburgh. Carson Strong, listen, straight up. I think the knee's really going to be an issue, man, until we know more about it. I mean, we'll get an up-close look. Like, we might find out a little bit of information on it at the Senior Bowl. Won't really know a ton about it till the Combine, though. So it'll be interesting. By the way, Senior Bowl, we're going to be streaming that sucker. I don't know if we're going to do the whole week, but I'll be doing the whole week. But I might end up just doing a watch-along with the game. Senior Bowl game. What do we do here with I get that Pittsburgh needs quarterback Carson Strong. Like, from an arm perspective, he's pro ready. Like, everything from the waist up says pro ready. It's just he's kind of a statue in the well, okay, he's not necessarily a statue. I think his pocket poise isn't all that great. I don't think he has a great concept of pressure. Not to say he's not good at recognizing like pressure when the blitzes come in. I think he just doesn't have a good concept of when the pocket is collapsing around him. Because he does jet the pocket, I think, prematurely. But we've all been there, you know what I'm saying? Oh, all right, New England Patriots. Oh my gosh. Andrew Booth. I don't know if he falls this far, but the whole cornerback class is kind of fallen, which is going to be an interesting thing. And by relation, the edge class has fallen too, because we've only had Karlaftis and Ojabo, so we haven't had that next tier of edge rushers come off the board yet. So Andrew Booth, good fit for the Patriots. I think next pick's Trevor Pennon for the Dolphins. I remember it because I didn't like it. Yeah, I mean, listen, if you're grabbing Trevor Pennon, you better not be starting him immediately. You best have some veterans in place. They got all this cap space. Use the money to bring in some experience, because I'm tired of this youth and inexperience. How's Austin Jackson fared? Yeah? You just threw that dude. It was sink or swim, man. Heels to the fire, dude. How's it going? Terrible. I think he looks like a wasted draft pick at this point. Do I blame that on him? Not so much. I feel like part of that is just kind of rushing these guys in, trial by fire. Liam Eichenberg, he doesn't look like a tackle prospect at all. Probably going to have to move that cat inside to guard to make him viable, or else, Tua, he's going to have to keep getting the ball out in less than 2 seconds. He's going to be nothing but 2-step dropbacks, 2 to 3-step dropbacks. That's life. So how are we going to get a fair evaluation on Tua if we're just continually getting younger, more inexperience on the offensive line, and then just keep getting pounded? Come on, man. If you're familiar with the stinking Dolphin, And I mean the animal, the dolphin. You know dolphins do the pounding, so let's quit getting pounded ourselves. Let's get a legitimate offensive line, or at least a respectable one that's creep back towards average. All right, so I remember Sauce being this pick for the Raiders. He's obviously off the board. Okay, now it's all coming through. This is why. Okay, I was like, man, I really thought they went corner with the Raiders. Okay, maybe not, man. Maybe I was just remembering this whole thing wrong. All right, so this is a good pick for the Raiders. This is the pick I would have made for the Dolphins because Kenyon Green, a lot more pro ready. I think he can play tackle. You can play either guard spot too. More pro ready than Trevor Penning. You'd be like, oh, but Trevor Penning, his ceiling's so much higher. You really can't afford that at this point. You know, if we're gonna be like, we need to go tackle in the first round, then you need a guy pro ready. Quit twiddling your thumbs. Like, I guess that's not necessarily the case if you're grabbing band-aids at the tackle position and you're really gonna sit Penning. You're gonna give him time, but I mean, honestly, I'm cool with you. I guess I'm cool with either pick. Real, there's a lot that goes, like, a lot of this depends on free agency. But Raiders is a fabulous pick. They actually get a right tackle now that Alex Leatherwood's at guard. So what do the Cardinals do? Because I remember them going Drake. Travon Walker. That's not Walker at all. Or that's not Drake at all. Maybe I just remembered this different, excuse me. But Travon Walker is a good fit. I used to mock Walker quite a bit to the Cardinals. A couple of, what feels like a month ago. But yeah, this feels like it could be a potential Zach Allen upgrade, or a guy that actually could stick to the outside and maybe lessen the blow of Chandler Jones if he walks. Let's keep it rolling. Cincinnati Bengals. Is there any offensive lineman for them to take? Yeah, there's Bernard Ryman out of Central Michigan. This guy has only been playing tackle for a couple of years now, and he looks great. He's going to get a Senior Bowl to really show off what he can do. That's awesome. A lot of people really believe this dude's going to go in the first over a guy like Trevor Penning. I have those two guys. They're like kind of back-to-back. I kind of consider them very similar prospects. In terms of their... I guess you could say they're a bit unpolished, but Ryman definitely has a lot more leeway in, I think, in regards to being being not fully put together compared to a guy like Penning who's played tackle his whole collegiate career. So I think that's why I kind of like Ryman a bit more. Buffalo Bills. What are we doing, Bills? Zion Johnson. I haven't seen another interior guy go in the first round. Johnson's a good one. He's also a guy that you could probably play a tackle as well. So that is a bit interesting for the Bills. Treylon Burks, fabulous pick. Fabulous pick for the Detroit Lions. Get a little meatier and speedier at receiver. The Zion Johnson pick's interesting. I really feel like maybe a team will jump on him. I have him more like early to mid second round. So maybe a team will jump on him in early or late first. All right, Dallas Cowboys, Trent McDuffie. I like this. You get a guy that's more shut down while you have Trayvon Diggs, who's more of the playmaking corner, you know. So you got a shutdown, and then you got a guy who with scary good ball skills. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Trent McDuffie, man, I'm curious. Does he slip out of the first round because teams view him as a safety or a slot only? I think if you're doing that, then you're just doing it wrong. Kansas City Chiefs, I can't remember exactly. Nakobe Dean. So is this saying, hey, Willie Gay, we're done with you? I don't know, man. Like, I get it. I don't think Dean falls this far. Like, the dude's been a ridiculous piece. I mean, people might get worried about how he's built, but I don't think it's enough to knock him out of like the top 20, top 25. Here to be available at 29. I mean, I get this at this point. You're Kansas City and you're just taking best player available. So that might make a ton of sense. Jahan Dotson, I believe, is the Patriots pick here. Yes, and then Chris Olave follows to the Tennessee tight ends. Jahan Dotson, I think him or Chris Olave would make a world of sense with AB gone, Chris Godwin likely gone. So, yeah. And then, listen, Tennessee Titans, they need a separator. They need they need someone that could vertically stretch the field because it just hasn't been happening. Just hasn't. All right. Let's go back to this final pick. What is this nonsense? Okay, this is why. Okay, this is why. Because look, hold up. Yeah, what point does this draft change? Because you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Got Ahmad Gardner to the Raiders. Got Drake London to the Cardinals. Like, what point did that change? So it was around here. All right. But he goes I guess I could talk his pick. DeMarvin Leal to the Packers. It's a good fit. A guy you could technically maybe play on the outside along with Rashawn Gary, or you could play kick it to like 5 to 3 tech there to play with Kenny Clark. Okay, so he had to restart his draft because he accidentally selected Sean Ryan. All right, so we solved it. The mystery's been solved. That's it for the video. Go ahead, do that YouTube thing. As always, it's been fun, and until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.